there, guys. Welcome back to another episode of E&Ftv. Today, we are joined by my very good friends, Janel and Penn from Heyward Group. You guys know by now how much Edwards and Finn love Heyward Group and everything that Michael and the whole team are doing. And we're really excited about this episode today. Just before we get into it, though, don't forget to head over to the YouTube channel and press subscribe down below. And also, if you've got any questions for Janel or Penn after this episode about what we're going to be discussing, please do. I know that they would love for you to get in touch. So I'll also leave their details down below as well. But without further ado, let's get into the episode. So hello there, guys. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy schedules, because I know how insanely busy Heyward Group is at the moment. Why don't we go into a quick intro? I know I've obviously given everybody your first names, but just for the benefit of the audience that don't know you, and I can imagine that is very, very short. Janel, why don't we start with yourself? Tell us a bit about you, what your role is within the business, and I suppose then we'll go on to Penn.
Certainly. Okay. So hi, everyone. So I'm Janel. I'm Head of Learning and Development at Heyward Group. And as part of my responsibilities, I am also the Programme Coordinator for the HOSPA Professional Development, which is what we're going to be talking about today. So my background is revenue management and then into education. So I've sort of got the industry revenue management stuff behind me, and then more recently, more in the education side. So I'm also one of the tutors on the HOSPA Professional Development. So I tutor all the revenue management courses. That's my thing.
Awesome.
So that's me.
Penn, try and follow that.
Yeah, we have a running joke at Heyward Group to try and find someone that doesn't know Janel. Perfect. Yeah, so I'm Penn Chai for people. I'm not as famous as Janel, but that's me. Coming from a hotel operational background, so I worked for a few different brands and then worked for Core before I joined Heyward Group. My official title is Digital and Operational Lead, so sort of supporting with the consulting projects and taking a lead on quite a few of our digital projects. When it comes to HOSPA, I do quite a bit of the behind the scenes or admin stuff. I am also the organizer for the awards ceremony that we'll be talking about shortly. And I'm also a previous HOSPA Professional Development learner.
Amazing.
So yeah, that's me.
You are.
Amazing. So huge advocate for it as well, which is great to hear. Well, again, I mean, as you mentioned, Penn, we're here to talk about the big sort of diary bit that's in my diary every single year, and it's a huge part of Edwards and Finn, and what we are sort of all about. So the awards, how excited are we for it? I know I am absolutely on the edge of my seat, and I want to get there at the end of this month. But for anybody that either hasn't been or is only just hearing about it now, because we've obviously got audiences all over the place, can you tell us a bit about the awards, why it's so important to the HOSPA Professional Development side of things and HOSPA as a whole, and I suppose why it's so important for the industry as well?
Yeah, absolutely. I think maybe I'll let Janel cover that last point about the industry, but certainly from my perspective, the awards is our huge big celebration. We do it once a year. We're back at the Savoy this year, so essentially afternoon tea at the Savoy with drinks. What's not to like?
Yeah.
Exactly. And if you're a learner, it's basically a celebration about you. We highlight our top learners as well. So Janel has nominated her revenue management of the learner, for example. Exactly. Can't reveal
top
that.
Secret. Top secret.
But yeah, certainly I've got the trophies just about 5 meters away from me, actually. Right. So I certainly know who they are. So congratulations to you guys when we reveal them. But yeah, big celebration, celebrating all of our learners. They work super hard throughout their course, 6 months. As a former learner myself, I know what it's like to sort of delegate some time after work, a couple of those late nights, giving up a bit of your social time over the weekend. Do your assignment so your tutor, like Janel, doesn't shout at you, and then doing that exam. So put in a lot of effort. I went to hotel school as well, so it is comparable in terms of what you do. So great to do a celebration, and like every graduation that you go to, take some pictures, celebrate, you know, what a relief, and all of your achievements that you've done.
No, for sure, for sure. And the types of people that are coming on the day then. So who are the people that actually come to the awards, get to watch the whole thing, and of course enjoy the afternoon tea there as well? So who would we expect to be at this event?
Yeah, so naturally we've got the sponsors straight away, such as yourselves. Thank you very much.
I didn't mean even to tee that up, if I'm honest.
No, but it's great. You know, we've got learners, we've got the people that support them, you know, their friends, family, their managers. So that's really nice. If you put someone on the program and you see that they've developed and all the hard work that they've gone through, you get, you know, naturally a lot of the sponsors who are quite passionate about the industry and development in the industry, such as yourself. And then we've got really cool panel speakers as well. So our panel title is How to Retain Talent in the Industry, which is quite topical, sort of with a professional development spin on and investing in your talent. So we've got some really cool speakers like Inga, for example, who's CEO of Premier in Germany, speaking. Catherine Smith from Aways. So yeah, great speakers coming. It should be a really, really cool event.
Fantastic. And again, it's one of those where, you know, from our side of things, it's a sponsorship that is a no-brainer for us. And it's one of those where this event is in my calendar every single year, even before I was sponsoring it, because it is something that is very close to my heart and, of course, Edwards and Finn's heart. And I know from talking to a lot of professionals out in the industry, especially from the commercial side of things, i.e. revenue is obviously my bias, but everybody that I speak to understands the importance of driving that next generation of commercial leader. And I can't think of a better group, i.e. Heyward Group, to be able to drive that positive change. And that comes from a very genuine place. As you know, this isn't scripted. None of this is scripted. So this is very much a genuine space for me. And I know that it is for so many other people, which hence why I guess this video, because what we're trying to do is really raise awareness of it and engagement with it. So I suppose, Janel, a bit more about the day itself and why you guys believe that it's such an important event for the industry.
I think, as Penn said, and you've said, it's that celebration of all the hard work that those learners have put in. I think the programs, so there's finance, we're very revenue management biased, obviously, but so there are other topics. Sure. So there's also finance courses. There's also asset management courses. So sort of moving again through your progression of your career. And now we're just launching as well revenue management for vacation rental. So we're moving forward all the time. We're bringing on new topics. We are, you know, working hard to develop the content and to keep the courses fresh and topical and, you know, what we need in the industry. And I think our learners are, as Penn said, he's been to hospitality school. He knows how it works. The courses are developed with academic partners and industry partners. So there is the academic side. So it is tough, you know, let's be honest, it's a big commitment. So, you know, as an employer, I want to invest in my people. I want to the whole staff retention is such a important topic at the moment, and being able to develop and invest in your people. So it gives the employer that opportunity to do that. But so they should also be coming to the day. So we do get a lot of people that will come, they put their team through, you know, various like finance, revenue. They come through different courses at different levels. We get learners that have done, you know, came last year because they did the foundation certificate. This year they're coming back because they've done the next level professional certificate. And it's joyous really, because we also, as tutors, we don't get opportunity to meet people face to face. You know, the whole program is all online, and we have Teams calls and we chat like this, but it's not the same. So it's a great opportunity as well to actually especially like for me as a tutor, there's, you know, there'll be people there that have maybe been through 2 or even 3 of the courses that I've maybe never met, and to actually be able to sit in the room and be like, oh wow, you know, it's so great to meet you, and you've done, you know, I'm so proud. It's like I'm the mum of all these learners. It's like I'm so proud of all of them, and it's so nice when you actually meet people face to face and get the opportunity as well to say to their managers or to their boss, you know, this person has done so well. They put in so much effort. And, you know, everyone's working full time. They're, you know, as Penn said, they're doing their studies out of hours on Saturday mornings and evenings. And we appreciate that. We appreciate the commitment that they put in. So they deserve to celebrate at the end of it. It's a massive achievement. You know, it's not like I've just watched a couple of videos online and filled a form in and I got a certificate of attendance. You know, they're not that type of courses. So they really deserve it.
If this is a slightly different question, but more to anybody that was looking to, let's use the revenue management one for example, just because of the relevance of the show. But if there were people that were thinking, I've wanted to explore this, but I've never really had the opportunity to, or for whatever reason, my current employer won't support it at the moment for whatever reason, again, if they wanted to explore more about it, I know they could go on the website, but the first part of it is an introductory sort of focus, right? So it gives them an overview. What would you say to anybody out there that's thinking about it, but they've not pressed the button yet? What would be your advice to anybody out there thinking about it?
I think, take a look at the syllabus, have a look online at the details of the course. I think, but one of the USPs, if you like, of the HOSPA courses are that you get a tutor. So there is a real live person. So as you know, for me, for revenue management, and we are there to support you through this. And we understand the tutors come from industry as well with education backgrounds, but we've sat in your desk, you know, we've written the forecasts, we've looked at the business mix reports, you know, we know how it works. And we've also had to do month end or, you know, RFP season. So we know that there are times when it's super busy and you are going to get snowed under and you're not going to be able to get the work done. So I think for a lot of people, the fear to sign up is, will I ever have time to do this?
Sure.
And I think, so my advice will be, you've got somebody like me to get you through this. My goal is that you will pass this course.
Yeah.
And the only reason people don't pass is because they haven't actually been able to finish all the work. You know, it's not because they will do something and they will get a bad grade.
Sure.
You know, because we're there to say, okay, you probably misunderstood what was needed here. Let's have a call. Let's have a chat. Now resubmit.
Yeah.
Let's have, you know, give you some advice. So there are tutors to support you. We don't have lectures. There's no timetables to stick to as such, because there's no online lectures or anything. It's just you're given all the content, you get on with it, but you've got somebody there when you're having that moment of, I'm not really sure. I think I understand what this means, but I'm not sure. Or, you know, I don't really understand what I need to do for this assignment. That you've got someone that you can message and say, okay, I need 5 minutes, and you've got someone there that will help you. So just go for it. Go for it, because investment in yourself always pays off. Always.
I like that. I think we just found our tagline for this episode. And obviously, Penn, you being somebody that's actually gone through it, again, what advice would you give to somebody who was in your position thinking, should I, shouldn't I, is this right for me? What would you say to that person?
Yeah, for me, I mean, straight away do it. Just sign up. Is the short answer. It is beneficial on so many levels. I certainly remember being, you know, working for a hotel brand, and there were certain trainings, the popular trainings that everyone wants to do. They are quite oversubscribed quite often. So, you know, there's like a wait list, and it's almost used as like a carrot. You know, if you stay for long enough, or if you do X, Y, or Z, I'll put you on that training. But it means that you're waiting for that development.
Right.
And it means that not everyone can do it. So, you know, I think what's great about the HOSPA courses is, if you want to invest in yourself, just go ahead and do it. And you've got that opportunity there. You do it at your own time. So, you know, it's designed to be doing it whilst you're working. It's a lot more practical. I went to hotel school when quite frankly, I hardly really worked in a hotel.
Right.
So that connection between your exercises and practical work and actually relating it back to actual business was quite challenging. If you're working in actual hotel and doing the course at the same time, I'd say it's doubly beneficial because you can actually apply it practically straight away. And for a lot of our diploma, our professional diploma, they've got to write, a real life business case, which I think is so important and so beneficial, not only for you and your role, it makes you so much more successful in your role, but also beneficial for the business as well.
Definitely.
I think that's actually a really good point, is that if, again, as an employer, if you're thinking of putting people in your team through the course, part of what we want those learners to get out of the course is not just their own self-development and their own learning, but to be able to apply this to a business so that the business will then see the benefit as well. And that's at every level, the diplomas, yes, definitely, because that is a business project. But even with the foundation sort of entry level, there are skills there that people will take on board, and and they'll be saying afterwards, oh well, I used that format for whatever it was and that report, and I do this now, or I can't wait to get back into my hotel and to introduce this to my manager, or whatever it is. So I think there's a benefit to the business as well as to yourself.
Completely. And that was actually my next question. So I'm actually glad you answered that, because it was more, what would you say to any businesses out there that were looking to put people through it? Because again, that is a big part of what this is all about, is getting that commitment from the industry to provide that. I mean, I know when we sponsored 3 people who I'm hopefully obviously we'll see there or very soon, but that was what that was all about, is getting the buy-in from the industry to say, look, this is what we need to do. We almost have a responsibility. We can't complain about not having great talent in the industry if we're not looking to invest in it. There's something's got to give. So no, fantastic. And again, more coming on to HOSPA Professional Development now. So I know anybody that's watching this that knows, Heyward Group and HOSPA Professional Development, you guys have always got something going on, even more than me. So, and I see you guys all over LinkedIn. You've got a lot going on. Can you give us a bit of an insight into all the developments and the exciting stuff that's going on with HOSPA Professional Development at the moment and your team?
Well, we've got some, so as far as the team are concerned, we've got a new tutor for the asset management program. So Alex Laws he joined us with the last cohort at the diploma level, and now he's going to be responsible for all 3 asset management levels. So going forward, our next cohort are starting, next courses start in March. So not long, about a month now. So everything is a bit mad at the minute, just signing. We've just finished in one lot. We've finished all our grades. We've got the celebration coming up, and now the next
it all starts again.
Exactly. So we're doing all of that again. So we've also, just as I've mentioned, launched the vacation rental, revenue management for vacation rental. So that's launched now. So we were finding that because of the growth of that sector, we were finding a lot more people from short-term rental companies coming on the revenue management training. And then sort of finding it a little bit of a challenge, because all of the examples and the learning was all based in hotels, and it didn't really reflect what they were doing. So we've rewritten the revenue management courses, and particularly for that sector. So that's really exciting. So there's constant development on our side as well. So anything else, Penn, that I've forgotten?
I think that's the main one. I think Alex Laws for me is super exciting. Joining us, don't tell him.
Well, he's got a very good background in asset management and also education. So again, he's quite experienced with the hospitality schools as well, with running programs there. So it's a good match for us at HOSPA.
Solid appointment there, I think.
And
I was going to say as well, the fact that HOSPA Professional Development have been able to adapt so quickly to bringing on not a whole new industry, but a whole new market within that, I think is testament to you guys, because to develop so quickly, because we've always said academia has notoriously always followed what's been happening in the industry. But what you guys have now done is created a situation where that whole market now has an opportunity to learn just as much as the hotel guys. And that is huge in itself. And an applaud from me, because I remember when the conversation started happening, I was excited about it. And I know that there's going to be a lot of other UK-based and further afield holiday businesses that are going to want to do this. So fantastic for you guys, really.
I think we should give a shout out to Aways as well, our sponsor for that particular program, because again, they were very keen to get involved and to help us with the content development. So yeah, shout out to Aways for that.
Ways. There you go. Because you've got to start somewhere, and the fact that they're taking that on, fantastic, absolutely.
And there's so much interest because it's such a growing sector.
Yeah.
And especially through the last couple of years, and the whole, the customer, the way the customers taking their holidays changing, and the preference for that type of property and that type of holiday.
Yeah.
So it's a shame it's not so well recognized in the UK as a sector, but it's definitely growing. There's a lot of interest. So that's really exciting for us to be involved with that.
Definitely. Well, guys, I know how busy you are, so I want to say a massive thank you to both of you for your time. I know that anybody watching the episode, they're going to be wanting to hear this stuff, and I know that you're going to get some inquiries, because, as I say, I will put the link down below so they can see the syllabus, and I know that you guys would want to hear from anybody that's interested in taking up the course. Of course, we'll see you on the day of the awards. Can't wait. But otherwise, I'll leave you to it. So thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks so much, Tom.
And guys, thank you so much for tuning into this week's episode. We hope you've enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe and leave your comments down below, because I know that Janelle and Penn would love to hear them. If you want to check out the HOSPA courses, don't forget to click on the link, which we'll provide below. And if you've got any questions for myself, then don't hesitate to get in touch. But otherwise, thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.